Mick, it's always wonderful to speak to you. How are things?
Things are good. Yeah, feeling ready, and obviously season's well underway already, and I'm feeling good.
You're going to get your first taste of Formula One with full crowds as well shortly, and it's something you haven't experienced yet, really. So, how excited are you to be heading to Silverstone, where they're going to have a maximum capacity crowd, and a lot of them will be supporting you?
Yeah, it will be exciting. As you say, I haven't witnessed it yet, so probably it's going to be a new experience for me. But definitely looking forward to it. Obviously,
Just take me back, if you can. What was your first memory of Silverstone Circuit?
I would say testing in F3. I mean, I did a few tests in F3 there before the actual season in 2017. So it must have been like early 2017 where we've tested there. And I think if I remember right, it was ice and snow starting in the morning. So we had to dry it up with some rental cars to be able to drive it.
That sounds about right for Silverstone. I mean, obviously, you must have seen it on TV. You must have maybe watched when your family was racing there, when your dad was there. What did you expect from Silverstone as a racetrack?
Well, I mean, obviously, Silverstone is a very high speed track, isn't it? So you have those really high speed corners, and I think that's really what I was expecting, and that's what I found. So you have those Marcus Beckett's, and obviously those really well in F3 there were full throttle corners, and at the end also a track that was very tough to handle for the tires. The tires usually went off quite soon in the race, so there's always a track where you had to manage a bit. You had to try and see um, how much you use at the beginning of the race so that you have enough at the end. And it was really that what we found, and it was the same ever since, really.
Now, let me take you back to 2018. It's a pretty good year for you, Mick. I'm not going to lie. When it comes to your racing, you won Formula 3 European Championship, beating a lot of very well known names to the title. And you also won at Silverstone. What was that like?
Yeah, I think I won one of the races. Unfortunately, one of them I had a puncture actually, so it was a very up and down weekend for me. But I definitely winning there was special because kind of you have those fans which are really into motorsport, and you really realize how much they're passionate about it. And what's also really interesting to me is how polite everybody is. I think that really stands out from Silverstone. So no, it was. I think it was a really nice weekend.
I love the fact that you say that the Brits are polite. I think very knowledgeable fans, you might see a different side of them when you come to Formula One at Silverstone. They might just be very shouty because we've got the football as well. And this is coming together at a beautiful time, Mick. Not for you, maybe. Did you watch the football?
Yeah, I unfortunately watched it, and I had to watch it with a lot of Brits in the same room. So yeah.
Fun times. You lucky, lucky person. You talk about that weekend in 2018 at Silverstone and the highs and lows, the puncture and the victory. How do you recenter yourself when you're having one of those weekends where you're on such a high, but you have to come back from lows as well?
For me, it was quite easy to always overcome, let's say, bad weekends or bad races, just because I knew I was working for something bigger, to achieve something bigger, and it's not that single race that matters, but it's the whole stint, let's say, so the whole package. And as long as the good moments kind of overrule the bad ones, I think you're on a good way for a good championship.
This is very true, and it certainly was a great championship. What was it like to be crowned a champion of the Formula 3 series that year? It must have been incredible.
Yeah, especially looking from where we came. We were quite far away from I think Spa before that, like any races before, um, and we were really having high hopes. So it was kind of mentally tough to keep focus and everything. But once we got that win and once we got that pole position, it just really clicked, and I was able to reproduce you know the races and the consistency every time, and I was able to win consecutively a few times, which is also really really good in a championship like that.
Now, I remember talking to you that year. I came over to see you in Switzerland. And I always like to take a little bit of credit, Mick. I can't take all the credit, but a little bit of credit for turning around your form that year. So, does this mean now, this year, things are going to dramatically turn around for you because I've spoken to you again?
You mean we're going to get a podium this weekend, or?
Yes, I feel it in my bones. I mean, it's a hard job, isn't it? You're driving for Haas this year, which is the American team, but they have a lot of UK links. But it's a team that, it's not fighting with your Mercedes and your Red Bull. So how do you manage your expectations on a weekend?
Well, we know where we are at really. So we know that maybe it's not enough to be at the front of the midfield pack, but we know where we kind of stand, and so we're fighting for that. And we know that brighter days are ahead of us. We're looking at 2022 with bright eyes, and yeah, hopefully what we're doing this year really helps us for next year, and that's why we're working so hard. But also, the little moments from this year are very very positive. We had a very good um, like second stint in Austria, which worked really well. We were doing the same lap times in the midfield cars, and those little things really show that we have the potential, and now we just need to be able to analyze it, extract it every time.
I think a lot of people have been really impressed by your attitude. I've always been impressed by it. I don't want to, make it awkward, but you're very mature and you're very capable. And on track, you do have some fun. I mean, we've seen, okay, it might not be in the front, it might be at other points, but people who are coming to Silverstone for the British Grand Prix can expect to see some fun stuff from you and your teammate.
Yeah, hopefully. I mean, obviously for us, or for me, I love what I'm doing. I love racing, and as long as I can be in a car, that's good. And if one day the podiums and maybe wins come around too, that'd be great. And that's what I live for, and that's what I drive for. And just working with a Formula One team in general is it's great, and especially if I have a team like now, which are really positive minded, and happy to give the work and give their time for trying to achieve something that we wouldn't expect maybe. That's what really matters in the sport.
Are you excited to be coming to Silverstone?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to Silverstone. Obviously, it's a great weekend, and especially now with the crowd, we'll have for sure some more emotions on track as well. Like you obviously feel the emotions from the fans, and it's also a new format, so loads of things to experience and to see how they go.
Just a word on the new format. What are you expecting? Does this give teams like yourself, a driver like you who's up and coming, an opportunity for something different, or are you expecting more of the same?
I don't really know what to expect. I mean, I have to be honest on that, and I think it could be positive for us. It could be interesting for every racing driver, and especially for us because we're new, so it's easy for us to adapt to it. Um, but yeah, I mean, I think we'll probably see the same scheme and the same pace in all of the races and all of the sessions, and so yeah. But I'm just excited to see how it's going.
Finally, because I know you're very busy, would it be possible to just get a message to the fans who will be coming to Silverstone this year?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, I hope for them and for us that it's going to be an exciting race, that they'll see a lot of overtaking and great battles, and obviously, um, it's going to be great to have fans on the track again. So hopefully, we'll be able to give you some ways on track and off the track.
Amazing. Mick, we wish you the best of luck for this season. It's been a delight watching you on track and fingers crossed for the future for you.
Thank you.